Hey everyone. So all this talk of Michigan getting the hammer, everything that's been going on, and all they get is like a $20 million fine and a suspension for Sharon Moore for the Central Michigan game in 2026. What is going on with the NCAA? Like we thought they had no power before, and now this. This is some Fisher Price type level hammer that's going on. It's disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace that they didn't at least get what USC got when Pete Carroll left. All right.
Absolutely. I agree 1000%, Will. Definitely excited to be doing this show with you guys. You Jackson it's gonna be fun talking about the Fisher Price hammer. I mean, it's like when you're at the an amusement or whatever, you're at like a carnival and you got that big strength hammer. It's like Mama's boy, something like that. That's literally what they've done. I mean, my thing is like you've got all this hoopla about Michigan and how horrible it is and how terrible it is. And then that's all that happens, right? It's like that's why the Ohio State fans are so glorious right now. That's why they're so excited right now about what's going on, or the Michigan fans rather. The Ohio State fans wanted to be excited, but they're not. The Michigan fans are absolutely glorious. Ohio State fans, they wanted to be glorious and they wanted to be happy, but they're not, because what should have happened and what they thought was going to be the uproar and the destruction of Michigan football is not the case. So it is what it is. And in a good world and a right and just world based off what's happened to USC, other programs in the past, Ohio State fans would have been cheering, but that's not what we got. That's obviously never going to happen in the future.
Certainly Buckeyes Scoop is not happy.
They are weak. The NCAA is weak.
Oh, God.
I just don't understand why. I mean, the guys. Okay, they said they didn't want to punish the guys that were on the team now for Michigan, but they knew about this. They knew that it would be a possibility for them going to Michigan because, like, everyone knew about the sign stealing Connor Sally and stuff. Everyone knew about it, and they still chose to go to Michigan anyway. That's one part of it for me that I just don't understand.
You remember Louisville when they got in trouble by the NCAA and they got banned from the tournament and all the scholarships taken away with the current players they had that had nothing to do with the teams that got in trouble, right? So it's like that's not always the case. I mean, they did bend it for Oklahoma State with Cade Cunningham that year. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like you said, the Michigan players, they knew what they were getting into. And, it's like, all right, the NCAA. I mean, how can anybody even take the NCAA seriously at this point anymore? You can't, because they're weak. They're powerless.
And one more, Jackson, you go first, and then I'll.
Man, I'm just glad that this whole situation is over. Like, honestly, because it was like there was like one guy like. I can't even quit thinking about it because, like, Jeffrey, you and I remember this, where it was like the Alabama college show, where there was like one Ohio State guy. Like, he looked like he saw his life fall apart right in front of his eyes when he's like, "How would you feel? How would you feel if Auburn did this to Alabama?" I'm just sitting there like,
I thought that guy was gonna have a stroke, and I hope he's okay right now.
Yeah,
hope he's all right. Like I was saying earlier, the Ohio State fans, they should have been cheering right now, and they're not. And again, the jig is up. The NCAA has no power. It is when it's a program like Michigan, or a program like Kansas basketball, like Bill Self gets these baby little suspensions at the beginning of seasons or whatever.
Oh yeah, you got a Fisher Price.
It means nothing. They're not going to punish these type of schools. Right now, our good friend Tim Prangley is mad at USC fan. And like I said, Ohio State fans are furious. And Michigan fans, they're cheering. They're happy. And I don't blame Michigan fans for being happy that nothing happened to them. But do you really feel good? I mean, do you feel really good inside knowing that you essentially almost just got away with everything? I mean, you didn't really get in trouble. This is not really a punishment.
Mm-hmm. The one thing about this that really just shows how just inept the NCAA is that recently in May, so it's not that recent, they suspended Akron 1 year, no postseason for having a couple players skipping class in 2023. So they suspended Akron, who probably wouldn't make a bowl anyway, but they got suspended them for postseason play in 2025 because a couple players skipped class in 2023. So like, what the heck?
Unreal.
They know that Akron wouldn't sue them because Akron just doesn't have the money. They don't have the resources that Michigan
or
does.
the time.
Or the time. So they can pick on the little schools.
Akron don't care.
Yeah.
Akron's a crap hole.
I mean, what's so funny to me about it is that one of the biggest punishments former Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh faces a 10-year show cause order. Bro's not even going to be coaching in college football anymore, dude. It's like he's an NFL guy now. He's staying in the pro leagues. That don't even matter. Who cares? And the money, okay, they're getting fined millions of dollars to a university like Michigan, dude, who threw tens of millions of dollars to one player in Bryce Underwood. That means nothing. The money doesn't matter. The Harbaugh show calls doesn't matter. And the 3-game little suspension or whatever to Sherrod Moore means nothing. It's nothing. Absolutely no scholarships, nothing. No bowl ban, no playoff ban, nothing. I mean, it's an absolute joke. I mean, again, like most of the time, I would be like laughing at Ohio State because, again, their fans, both fan bases are just so enamored with each other. But I can understand why Ohio State fans are frustrated right now. I get it because Michigan, all of this stuff occurred, and this is all that happens to them, and they hate them. So I get why they're frustrated, because they should have got more in trouble than that. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm with Jackson, though. Ultimately, I'm just glad it's over. I kind of don't want to hear about this junk anymore. So I'm glad it's over.
Crap. But
unfortunately, as much as we non-Michigan and Ohio State fans out there that are just done with this stuff, we don't want to hear about it anymore. It's still going to be talked about. They'll keep it going, but it just needs to go away. It's over. The NCAA's weak. Michigan got away with everything, basically. It is what it is.
Oh my god! So I found like this little clip of Dave Portnoy like smoking his little cigar, talking about how that's ashtray money, bro. Sorry if I pull this up for a little bit, because like what we're gonna do is like pull up a reaction of like each Michigan person and pull up a reaction of each Ohio State person. Then everybody in the chat give their take. Here we go.
So the big bad NCAA, that dickless organization on the way out, corrupt, loses every lawsuit ever against them. NIL, can't control nothing. They just fined Michigan $20 million. Like, we give a fuck about $20 million. $20 million is money.
Yeah, you're a real
That's like what, 1/4 of Bryce Underwood? We don't care about $20 million. Oh, Connor Stallions, U.S. Marine, by the way. He can't coach for 8 years for what? Being great at decoding signals and serving his country? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Ohio State, cry. Little brother, cry. All you other schools, cry. It's going to be student body left, student body right. We got a quarterback. The forward pass is back in our offense, and we're going to mash you, just like we've mashed Ohio State for the past 100 years. Haven't beat us since the days of COVID. Let them cry. Let them whine. Let them take that $20 million.
Didn't even win a decade before that, bro.
Ashtray money, bro. Ashtray money. We're going to see you Thanksgiving Day weekend. We're going to beat the piss out of you. And no $20 million is going to change that $20 million. Like, we give a fuck about $20 million. We own the Big Ten, and we're coming for you. See you in Big Noon Kickoff. I'm going to be there, Columbus. Mwah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, again, it's like, oh, we own them. It's like, dude, you could even beat them for a decade. It's like, congratulate. This is the thing that's frustrating. When Ohio State was beating the crap out of Michigan for that decade, when they finally beat them, I was like, cool. Congratulations. I'm not on like Michigan's side, but I'm like, good for them. I'm happy they finally got that monkey off the back. Now it's like both fan bases are just competing to be the most intolerable. Honestly, again, there are fans of both teams I like. There are good fans of both teams, but I'm just talking about the vast majority of social media. I mean, Michigan fans are getting really bad, dude. It's like, okay, we know you beat Ohio State 3 years in a row. We know that you just got away with everything, but you don't have to act like that. Portnoy, it's not a good look, bro. It's not.
I mean, Portnoy, like, he loves when he's on top. He loves when he can laugh at everyone else, man. But he just can't take it. So, like,
But if you laugh at him, he'll tell you to shut the F up and call you a ball fuck. So I'm never gonna quit harping on that. That's for sure. You'll never hear me quit harping on that. Anybody watching, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh man. He can dish it out, but he can't take it.
Yeah, as you see right here, we've got the little baby hammer in the background. little baby hammer. Yeah. I mean, it's insane, dude. I mean, all this time, like, Ohio State's like, Michigan's going to cry. You know, it kind of reminds you of a certain, event, in BC, where one was supposed to cry and the other ended up crying. You know what I'm talking about, Will. But you know what I'm saying? It kind of seems like that's what happened here. It was supposed to be Michigan, but they're triumphant. Dave Portnoy, he's smoking cigars, or whatever he's doing. He's having a great time. But man, I mean, deep down, dude, like, how do you feel? Like, you gotta feel something, man. I mean, me and you, Jackson, being Bama fans, right? Like, if our university did really bad things and we got punished weekly for it, would you be happy about that, or would you,
Well, I sure as hell wouldn't be smoking a cigar and acting like I have ashtray money. That's for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously it'd be like, well, it's good we didn't get gutted, but at the same time, I don't think you should be that happy that you got away with it. But I don't know. It just kind of makes you look like not a great dude. That's all I'm gonna say.
And we got Buckeye Scoop kind of getting ratioed on Twitter for all this, right? So they're like talking about the postseason ban and all that. Oh my god! Like the comments, they're just
the guys that run Buckeye Scoop, man, they're so full of crap.
Like, how do they even have 25,000 followers on that? It's like, ugh, it's crap. Oh, God.
Michigan State hasn't competed with Ohio State forever, dude. Come on.
Well, that's why Michigan State, they're saying they're a friend. They're like coping together. That's what they're saying.
Well, I mean, to me, that just looks like Michigan State strangling Brutus. To me, that's just kind of what that looks like. That's not friends, bro. That's choking out Brutus.
He doesn't look too happy about that hug.
No, Brutus is like, help me.
Oh God. Oh my
God. Oh my gosh. Dude.
Oh, Jack Nicholson. Oh my God.
Clown show.
God.
All right.
Man, people are going nuts today on Twitter.
Dude, it's Michigan, Ohio State, man. It's Michigan. Everybody's got to capitalize on the fun. Dude.
Don't worry. It's just the crazies we're putting out. No worries.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, the thing is like, I mostly care about this Michigan crap. I really didn't. I didn't care that much. But I mean, the biggest takeaway is, again, the NCAA has no guts anymore. They've got no power. If they are going to punish somebody, it's going to be lowly Akron, to Will's point. Program and don't even matter. So I mean, it's kind of pathetic, but it is what it is. good for Michigan fans that they got punished in 2025 and not 2007. You know, it's the way it is. Yeah, it's hammer time. Little mama's boy hammer, dude. Oh boy, that's a joke, dude.
I hope Buckeye Scoop pays their fantasy football league winners instead of keeping all the money like they did last season.
Or if they're not driving drunk.
Yeah.
A lot of NFL players have that problem.
A lot of Georgia players have that problem.
Yes, and then they go to the NFL and then they still have that problem. Sorry, Georgia fans, facts. I mean, you got to own up to your boys, man. If your guys are not doing lawful, citizen things, dude, you gotta at least be like, all right, I love my Bulldogs, but we got some problems. That's my thing. I think the biggest thing that I failed to understand about college fandom is that people will defend their teams to the end. Even when they can't, you can't defend. You know what I'm saying? Do you agree with that, Will and Jackson? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's like, I feel like you can love your team, bleed blue, bleed whatever color you love of your team, but when there's like an irreversible, like just thing that's just bad. Like we all agree that it's just bad that what your school did or what a player at your school did. It's like that. You remember Alabama basketball, right? Remember the Brandon Miller stuff several years ago? Yeah. You remember that? I was just irritated about that. Irritated that the fans were coming to the games wearing those T-shirts and stuff, right? It's like, I'm an Alabama fan through. I was still mad about that, and I voiced my displeasure towards that. I wasn't like, that's great that we're doing that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what a lot of people do. No matter what their school does, they defend it. And I think that is just kind of sad. Yeah, absolutely, Randy Anderson. Appreciate you for tuning in. He says, is it a culture problem in Georgia? Yes, it is a culture problem in Georgia. They always get in trouble over there. It is a major problem that obviously Kirk is not a fix. But we'll see if there's any results this year, but it hasn't been so far. Yeah, we got a prime here.
Weakest hammer ever.
Appreciate that. He says weakest hammer ever. I mean, it is. I mean, the thing is Michigan right now, honestly, is a bigger joke for not getting punished than they would have been if they had got punished. Like, everyone's making fun of them right now, even though they're laughing. I mean, I understand why they're laughing. Like, hey, we didn't get in trouble. But who said earlier? Who said earlier they're trying to appeal? Well, Trojan fights and Michigan still.
Oh yeah, there's a
like. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh yeah, there's a story from On3 about it. But first, we've got the list of punishments that Michigan's getting, and this from Yahoo senior college football writer and On3 contributor Ross Dellinger. So we're going to go ahead and pull it up, and we're going to make it easier for the audience, ladies and gentlemen. A fine equivalent to the anticipated loss of all postseason competition revenue sharing associated with 2025 and 2026. 10-year show cause penalty for Harbaugh. Yeah, that's real.
That doesn't mean anything. No one. That does nothing.
He's not coming back to college football. He got his natty. Now he wants his Super Bowl. He's not coming back. That is the dumbest penalty on planet Earth. He's not coming back. And Connor Stallion is irrelevant, dude. He's irrelevant. 8-year show calls. Those two show causes mean nothing.
Yeah. I wonder what the rule is where it's like if you got a show cause penalty, but you show up at the school, like it's like there's a show cause penalty for you coaching. There's no rule saying you can't show up.
Yeah.
Oh, and an additional game suspension, 2-year show cause penalty for Sharon Moore and 4 years probation. 3 years show cause penalty for Denard Robinson, aka.
Oh man, Denard's gonna go back to drinking, man. He's not gonna be coaching. He's gonna go back to drinking.
Oh, who is?
Denard. Didn't he get in trouble for drinking?
Oh, I'm sure.
Is a
50
4-year probation for Sharon Moore. How do you think? How many of us, including chat, think that Sharon Moore is going to be the head coach of Michigan after 4 years?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
If they don't
I
have a
guess
good
maybe.
season this year,
We'll see.
then he's out. I think.
I mean,
after,
I think it is. I think it's like 50-50. I kind of agree with you, Will. I think it's. Honestly, I would almost lean more towards no, but there's a chance. There's a chance he's still the coach, but I would lean almost like 55-45 no.
Oh man. So we got the rest of the punishments: a $50,000 fine plus 10% of the budget for the football program. A fine equivalent to the cost of 10% of the scholarships awarded in Michigan's football program for 2025-2026 academic year, a 25% reduction in football official visits during the 2025-2026 season, and 14-week prohibition.
The thing is, no, there's so many unofficial visits now. Like, I don't. Maybe that'll
there's a
affect
lot
them
of
a bit. I
unofficial
doubt
visits, and there's a lot of Zoom calls. Literally, Michigan
Yeah.
just Zoom call the player and be like, "Yo, I'll give you $1 million. Come." You know, it's like you literally don't even have to visit. So yeah, we've already got people in chat saying they want to hop on. Do you want to do
Sure,
that?
we can take some calls.
Definitely not going to be. Definitely don't want to be live for like 4 or 5 hours, but definitely. We'll
Unless it's
a little bit.
$100 for every hour, then we'll be live for that long.
Yeah, so you got a killer comment here. Cheating is okay if you pay a small fine. Oh my goodness. I mean, again, it is such a joke, man. I mean, I just love how it's like right before the football. It's like this is gonna be dominating the talking points. We got our first Ben Baller coming on. Hey Ben, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? This ain't even a toy hammer. This is a literal slap in the wrist. It's literally a $20 million fine. And if you actually read the show cause for Sharon, it says he's a 2-year show cause, but it does not prohibit him from coaching or recruiting. That's not a show cause then.
That's
not even a show cause.
It's literally nothing.
Yeah. He gets a 2-game suspension of the school's choice this year, and then a 1-game suspension of the school's choice next year.
So it's going to be Central Michigan next year, and it's Nebraska, and then another cupcake this year, right?
Oh, by mistake, it's Western Michigan for 2026.
It's not even a toy hammer, man. This is the weakest penalty, and get this, they're already appealing. Michigan is they're even appealing this.
Yeah, they actually have like the audacity to try to appeal something. It's like baby. It's a baby.
Well,
it's like a little 2-minute timeout.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it makes sense because I don't know if you guys know how the appeals process works, but they can't give them any new punishments during the appeal. The only thing that the appeals committee can do is either keep the same punishment, modify the current punishments, or remove punishments. That's it. It's a win-win for Michigan to appeal.
Do you think that Michigan, do you think they saw this, when they started when Connor started, to dive deeper into other team science? Do you think they knew that? Because they started doing it right after the NIL law first got.
Honestly, I think, and they said this, a couple things. I think what hurt the NCAA's stance on harsh punishments was when Charlie Baker, and they even said this today, was when Charlie Baker came out and said they wanted to chip fair and square. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't say that and then try to vacate things. He should have never said that. That's one. Two, I'm not going to lie. It's the greatest ball don't lie moment when you fire Stallions, you suspend the coach for 3 games, you don't allow analysts on the field, and they still go on to beat 5 top 10 teams and win the national championship despite that. So at the end of the day, I'm glad this is behind them. Kind of not really with appeals. I think I'm glad they focus on football again. This has been two and a half years now. I'm glad that we're finally able just to focus on football.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think most of the college football sphere it was sick of this. I mean, it's just how it ends. Is so underwhelming because now it shows that the NCAA is completely useless and they have no power at all. So I mean, this is not a good thing. Even
well, you know what they're acting like? Yeah. They're acting like a professional sport. This is what penalties are on the professional level for things like this. And at the professional level, all they really do is suspensions for players or coaches or fines. So basically what this says is that the NCAA has entered the realm of being more like a professional league.
Mm. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people don't like that, but we all knew that it was trending in that direction once NIL entered the ring and how NIL was being run compared to what they said it was going to be name, image, and likeness. That's literally none of it. And yeah, so it's become professional. And like you said, with this ruling here, it's literally like the NFL or the NBA. I mean, it's just no one can take it seriously anymore. The NCAA is not like this sacred thing anymore, where it holds weight. Where like you do wrong, you get gutted like SMU or USC or Indiana.
Yeah, what's crazy is Akron got a postseason ban this year for.
Yeah, Will was talking about that earlier, and it's like no one even cares because it's Akron. It's like, the NCAA can punish Akron because it's Akron. They're probably not going to make a bowl game anyway. But it's like Michigan. It's like, oh, yeah. I mean, all the biggest punishments don't mean a thing. Harbaugh's 10-year whatever show calls, it means nothing. It means literally zilch. He don't even care. He probably looking at it just laughing right now. He don't care. I mean, it means nothing. He did what he accomplished. He didn't get his natty taken away, so it's all good. I mean, I don't know. That's so dumb. I mean, I agree with Buckeyes battle cry. That's because college stopped being amateur in 2021. That's also to your point, Ben. I mean, it's over. The NCAA, as we know it, is gone, and it's all about money. And
well, you know what I realized too.
So they're not going to punish them.
Here's what I realized too is back when the NCAA was doing real harsh punishments, schools didn't really challenge the NCAA. Yeah. Schools started to really challenge the NCAA and be like, oh, we're going to sue you. We're going to take you to court. We're going to fight you on this. And that's when they kind of were much more tepid on how they punish. You know what I'm saying? Because they've lost a lot of court battles. Tennessee, we go down the road, they've lost a lot of court battles, and they've lost a lot of money. And I feel like they kind of don't do those harsh punishments because they don't want to deal with these big name schools that have all this money being able to do long drawn out processes, take them to court and do all these things. Because, for example, Michigan is already appealing this. The Ward Manual, I guess it's come out and said, Pete Thamel tweeted this, come out and said that he's already threatened to take the NCAA to court. Because and this is true, if you read the conclusions, they literally say they're punishing the intent. Not that they say they have evidence, but they say at the same time they're saying, well, if they have evidence, they all got destroyed because Jim Harbaugh didn't give up his phone and Connor Stanley threw his phone in a pond. We don't have actual real evidence, but we're punishing the intent because the intent was to gain an advantage. That would never hold up in any court. You can't at all.
It's amazing to me how when you're talking about this, like Harbaugh not giving up his phone, other guy throwing phone and pond, whatever, it cracks me up because like I've seen this before in other spheres where it's like you got this whole thing and then it's like, oh, the evidence just never turns up or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, cool, we'll go with that. It just cracks me up because
it's the OJ of college football, man. If the glove don't fit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, Michigan is the first 16-0 national champion.
Yeah.
Not only did they go 15-0, they beat the NCAA.
Mm.
We got Traveling Fools in the chat. We also got Scotty B saying Oklahoma State women's tennis is in a 2-year probation for tampering. But again, nobody pays attention to that. Sorry, women's tennis. I mean, some people do, but most people don't. And it's like no one pays attention to that. But it's like Michigan football, all eyes are on that. That's all that's literally trending all over Twitter right now. Michigan cheated, Stallions, Harbaugh, Hammer. I mean, that like Twitter is the Michigan takeover, man. Michigan and Ohio State. Ohio State fans, like I said at the beginning of the show, cheering. That's what it should have been for them, right? And they're crying because Michigan is got away with basically everything.
Hey, look, man, Connor Stallions is a real life supervillain. He's a real life supervillain, man. Think about it. Connor Stallions is a real life supervillain. He really is. He's the greatest fan.
Marvel? Is he going to join Marvel or DC or something?
I think maybe he's like.
Is he more like Bojo Jojo? Because when I heard about this guy, it had me thinking.
He's the greatest. He's the greatest fan to ever exist of a college football team. He's the standard for what it is to be a true diehard ride or die fan. He not only did this. I don't know if you guys heard about this during the COI when they do the hearing and he had to attend. He cried. Now whether they're real tears, I don't know, but he cried for Michigan to not get harder punishments. This guy has been fired from Michigan, all these things, and he still is ride or die for Michigan till the end, man. We can only hope to aspire to be as good of a fan, as great of a fan as this guy was, man.
Well, I love what Trojan Fight writes here. He said every school should put a blatant Connor Stallions on an opposing team's game since nothing will happen. I mean, fair. I mean, if everybody does it, then you can't punish everybody, you know? So it's like
before we get to the next
even if
point,
they did punish everybody, it would be nothing.
There we go. But before we get to the next point, if you're tuning in on Only Talk Sports, and if you want to see Jeffrey go live for this week, put in 5 Teal Super Chats, and he will go live. That is guaranteed.
I appreciate that, Jackson. Yeah, I'll definitely be live again this week for sure. If we
there we go.
I go appreciate that, but yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm with Trojan Fight though, man. Just everybody, just get a Connor Stallions. I mean, I don't know if every team has a Connor Stallions though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Connor's a 101, man. He's a 101. One of the findings they found, whether I don't know but this is one of the things they found. He spent $35,000 of his own money.
He had his friends like record the other team's signs, go to their games and record their.
But not only that, he spent $35,000 of his own money to do this. The dedication it's admirable. Look, I'm not saying what he did is morally correct, but the dedication, man, I admire the dedication. All right.
The dedication to do wrong is admirable. Oh man, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, as much as I want to disagree, you're not wrong though. You're not wrong in basically any way. I mean, it's correct. What he did was wrong. He knew it was wrong, but at the same time, it's like,
I'm not sure he knew it was wrong though. I think here's what I think. I think
he had to have some sort of feeling in his stomach. I'm like, should I be doing this?
Yeah,
I think he may have felt like it is what I think. He was blurring the lines to a point where you should feel like, should I be doing what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Because he probably wouldn't, there's people that think, oh, I bet I could find a gray area. I bet I could find this gray area, and that may not be breaking the rules. I think that was his mindset.
Mm-hmm. No, it cracks me up when people talk about the morally gray area because you'll see most 99% of people aren't good or evil. They fit in this gray area somewhere, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I think most people are either mostly good or mostly bad. I think we all have gray areas moments, but I don't think you just kind of lump most people into a gray area. Connor Stallions, I mean, if he thought that was a gray area, I don't know, man.
One
mean,
down, 4 to go. I'm getting
Yeah.
this party started, so it's like we're
appreciate
gonna
Super
make
Chat
sure.
Jackson. Absolutely, let's get this party started for sure. I mean, we're gonna
Yeah,
probably
there we go.
wow,
So-
absolutely. We got a lot to discuss. I'm sure a lot of calls coming, but
There
yeah,
we go.
I don't know. I mean, does everybody feel like Connor Stallions thought that he was in a gray area with
I think he's one, and I think a lot of coaches do this in terms of when it comes to rules. Now, obviously, I think he went way farther than anyone else ever has. But a lot of coaches, they look at the NCAA rules, right? And it kind of like, remember when Harbaugh was doing the satellite camps? Remember that whole fiasco? That was one of those situations where he was blurring the lines with the rules. And the thing is, when you blur the lines with the rules, sometimes you can actually break the rules, right? You could bend the rule so much that you end up actually breaking the rule. And I think Connor Stallions, that was his intention. He ended up breaking rules. That's what I think.
I got Burks saying no, Connor Stallions.
Can we bring on Burks to bring his? Let's bring on Burks.
Oh no! It's gonna be an epic war now.
If you want anybody to throw out uncensored comments, put it in a super chat, and I will read it uncensored. That I can promise you.
And Jackson will read anything as long as it's in a super chat. If, and a big if, it's not something that will get us demonetized somehow. There's a lot of work, but you know, Gregory Stewart is like,
what do you do, Burks?
I can tell you what he did. I probably don't want to put it out there, but.
Well, basically, oh, hey, what's up? Hey, yeah, no, I'm at
Burks.
work, but I'm at work right now, but I do want to call and just because, like, why not? But yeah, basically what I did was I kind of wanted to control these people's content, so I got pretty screwed, like, because I did not like how they were
Basically
running the
ratted
channels.
to Mark is what he did.
Yeah, basically. Oh, okay, that was Voice of College Football, but then I kept, doing a marathon of other channels, so like they started seeing it, and they're pretty.
Oh yeah, he was also.
They kind of discovered you, man. They found.
Yeah, he was also hopping onto the ops channels too. On top of that, so it was like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, but Baller Brand, I'm just doing it for the sake of our fan base and to make our fan base perfect and great. And if I have to do that stuff,
There ain't no such thing, my guy.
There's nothing perfect in this world. I will say that, especially when it has to do with humans. We're not perfect. You can make
hey man, shit talking is part of sports, man. That's what makes it fun, man. It's tribal. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be like that.
Big Baller Guy, I appreciate you, Zo, for being nice to me because, like, usually, no one's really nice to me anymore. But I'll take it, man. I appreciate that you're not treating me like crap. So, because there's only a couple Wolverines who, like, I think you're like the fourth one out of like who knows how many. So I appreciate that.
4 out of infinity is not bad. It's still that's a
Damn,
healthy
you've been excommunicated. Is what it sounds like.
Oh yeah, man.
We have Burks on over here. Our channels, WillND, Jackson Johnson, Only Talk Sport, and also on Alabama Voice of College Football. He's a frequent caller, and we bring on the excommunicated, as one would say.
Yeah, no, I like you guys' channel, man. I've always been a fan of Jackson, and obviously, oh shit, what's your name again, man? My bad.
Me?
Yeah.
Green. Yeah.
Yeah, my name's Jeffrey. Yes, Jeffrey.
Okay, J and J. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a fan of you too when you hopped on Mark's stuff. So, you guys got a good channel.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, no. So I'm just, dude. Listen, man. This Connor Stallions crap, bro. This made me go psychotic because like I told you guys yesterday, like I was a fan from 2012 to 2020. We didn't have any, like we just didn't have. It was like the darkest age of Michigan ever. right? And so to finally see us win a championship, and I was a little, I'm not going to lie, I was concerned that maybe there was going to be vacating wins and bowl bans and all this stuff, right? But my prediction was it wasn't going to happen, but it still gave me, I was still a little like, what if? So, I just, what I did was wrong. I'll say that. But, if I were to do it again, my brain would probably make me do it again. So, you know, like, I don't know what to say, dude. Like,
I sometimes can respect people like when they're in court and they'll be like, I'm sorry for what I did, but if I had a choice whether to do it again or not, I would. I'm just like, well, I respect the honesty at least.
yeah,
I respect the honesty.
I'm a pretty transparent guy, man. And if I lie, I'll eventually say, like, yo, I lied and this is the real truth. That's kind of what I did, So I'm pretty transparent. And what are your guys' like WillND? You saw me at Always Irish today, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, you seem pretty happy about it.
Yeah, really happy. So what is your opinion on this?
I mean, I think it's just the NCAA has no power left.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
mostly my
And they're
fault.
scared. Like, if this happened like 10 years ago, Michigan would. I mean, they would have gotten the hammer. They would have gotten at least what USC got, probably worse.
Yeah. Have you heard of?
I'm just bringing out my inner South Park and just making fun of the extreme people on each of the teams.
And we got to find out what an extreme Mary Mac fan thinks about this.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
that's what I want to know too.
Did you hear about this Intrinsic? Do you know Intrinsic?
Oh yeah, man. Buckeye Scoop and Intrinsic, man. It's a great day because they've been peddling the hammer talk for 2 years, saying that we're gonna get a 3-year postseason ban and every win's gonna be vacated and Sharon Moore is gonna be lifetime banned and like all this crazy stuff. So for it to come out that we pretty much paid the same amount of money for our championship that Ohio State did last year, and we went undefeated. It ain't too bad, man. We're paying $20 million, right? They paid $20 million for theirs. I don't see what the problem is.
And I'm letting you know we're going to. I've heard reports we're actually going to court to fight this.
It's already in appeal, Burke. They already appealed it.
Okay, got it. Because, dude, this money, I'm letting you guys know, this is a lot of damn money. And I'm letting you know right now, a person who likes to go to Michigan games every year, like me, who likes to only sit in the first 10 rows, those tickets are going to go pricey because it's coming from the athletic department, the fine.
Oh, we're good, man. Half of that $20 million is what we paid to get Bryce Underwood. We're chilling.
Yeah, I hope so. We're a pretty rich school.
We literally have the second richest man in the world as a donor. We're good.
Yeah, no, we have 30. Dude, no, it's apparently up to 30%. I don't know if you saw, not 30%, 30 million, which is like 10.
Yeah. No, Michigan literally wipes their ass with that.
Dude, we're the second. Yeah, dude, we're the second richest. Dude, we're the second richest public school after Texas. I'm pretty sure. And top 10 richest.
Oh my God! Now that image is in my head. Oh yeah. My God.
Yeah, that's rough, dude. I hope you just didn't eat lunch or something.
Oh Lord, no.
Yo,
no,
Jackson,
I ate a few hours ago, so I'm good.
Jackson, what is your opinion on did you feel like this was what the penalty was going to be? You didn't think vacating wins and stuff, or
there was never going to be a vacating.
Like, what's your opinion on this?
It was just a bunch of crap. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. There's never
I had a feeling that not much was going to be done. I thought it might be a hair more than this, maybe slightly, but I didn't think it was going to be significant at all because, again, the NCAA is spineless these days. The last team that got even any trouble
unless you're Akron
was Louisville. Louisville was the last school to get in trouble significantly because they got their 2013 college basketball taken away. But other than that, there's really been nothing. So I didn't think it was going to be that significant either.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like I said, though, unless you're Akron, I think or you're the little school of the poor, you should be fine. As long as you got some bankroll, man, they ain't gonna mess with you. They're scared. They're scared of the big.
Uh,
They turned Akron into an apron.
Pretty much.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Baller Brand, don't worry. I'm gonna call in on Voice of College Football Michigan. I'm allowed to call in. Apparently, I'm just not. They banned me from the chat.
I don't know if they're gonna let you on there, man.
You're
You can try
banned from
though.
the
You can try.
chat, but you can go on the show. Like what?
No, they banned me on the chat. They
Yeah,
banned me
you
in the
can
chat,
try, man, but I don't know if they're gonna let you on there, to be honest. You can try
and
though.
and when when they like wanted like they did a poll, should we let Burke send 50? And it was literally 51-49%. I barely got in. They let me talk like two,
Yeah,
3 weeks back.
yeah.
So
That's entertainment
I would have
purposes.
voted yes if I'd have saw that poll. I'd have voted
Yeah,
yes.
me too. But purely for entertainment purposes.
exactly. That's literally what it
Entertainment's
was.
good. This is entertainment. As dumb as all this stuff is, it's entertainment. I mean, he's got everybody talking right now about the same stuff.
I mean, it's like we're hearing about like ashtray money and wiping asses and all that stuff.
It's true though, man. You saw the Dave Portnoy video as well.
Oh yeah,
That was hilarious.
Oh, we reacted to that earlier, man. I mean, dude,
Yeah, that
smoking
was hilarious.
cigars. He's like, I mean, he doesn't have a care in the world right
Bro,
now.
we are literally. I think Michigan is like it's like the Empire in Star Wars, man. In terms of like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I wouldn't.
we're a little scummy.
Kinda.
We're a little scummy. I ain't gonna
We're
lie.
not like the
You know, we
biggest
little.
fan base. I don't think we're like the biggest fan base in all of college. I think Ohio State and Texas are bigger fan bases, but we're up there, I would say.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like we've been the villains of college football, largely
I
due to
agree.
this
Yes, we are.
scandal. So like
Yeah,
the fact that we got out, it just feels like we're like the villains of a movie. That's
I
just what it
agree.
feels.
No, I
Hey,
agree, dude.
Burks, you think Alabama's got a smaller fan base than Michigan?
I do actually. Well, it depends, but I think now. Here's the thing with Alabama, right? A lot of your fan base, it's like they're bandwagons, man, because of their like success, kind of like New England Patriots. Like they never went to the school. Not never went to school, but they never went to see a game. They live like in the middle of nowhere, like in California and Illinois, Chicago, like where I live, where there's so many Alabama fans and never even stepped foot on campus and stuff. I feel like Alabama was a bigger fan base at one point in Michigan, but now that Michigan is really successful and stuff, I think Michigan is a bigger fan base as of now.
Yeah, I
That is
disagree.
fair.
I think Alabama's the greatest football program of all time. No question about that. In terms of football, in
Yeah,
terms of like their worldwide notoriety, though, Michigan's definitely a bigger
yeah,
brand in terms of that.
yeah.
They're not a better program.
Yeah,
Michigan,
that is fair, Burks. I think that
hmm
it could go either way because I mean, if you're talking about like dedicated fans and like Michigan's a bigger state than Alabama.
yeah,
People, whatever.
more
And
alumni, more
Michigan
alumni.
State fans exist, but Michigan's the dominant in the state. So it's like, yeah, with that regard, yeah, Michigan's probably more. But I mean, Alabama has such reach, which is mostly bandwagon fans, but there are also a lot of people that do like Alabama that are not bandwagon fans. I don't live in the state of Alabama, and I'm an Alabama fan, but because I've got family history from there. So.
No, I would.
Well,
Put,
I think it's
yeah,
real simple. I think Michigan is a much older football program. It's one of the first football programs. It's got a deeper history. I mean, you could go down the list. Deeper history, like you said, bigger state, much larger alumni, much more worldwide recognition. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They're definitely a bigger brand. But if you're talking football, Alabama's the greatest football program of all
I
time.
agree. Of
There's no
course,
question about that.
no question about it. Yep, not even a question. You know, and no, not only that, Notre Dame. I feel like Notre Dame was the biggest football program, like largest fan
During the
base.
Lou days for sure, but then not. I mean, it's getting back, but
But
probably not as much.
exactly, back in the 70s and 80s and stuff, like
Yeah.
Notre Dame was the biggest football program. The Subway alumni, all this stuff all around the country, man. And now they kind of in the Adidas era, they diminished, but now they're starting to. They have a lot of old fans, and they're dying those old fans. And I feel like the population is. That's what I feel like, but I don't know. It's pretty big, top 5 easy.
I think Notre Dame still has more fans than Alabama, though.
No, of course,
It's
that's not even a
close.
question.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
Yeah,
think
I would
Michigan and
probably
Ohio
say that
State, and
because
this
Notre
probably, yeah, go
Dame
ahead.
fans Notre Dame fans have a reason to be Notre Dame fans, though.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah, it's an
they-
Irish Catholic thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. And not only that too, like I was actually reading the top 5 fan bases, and they in 2022 they did a study. They put Ohio State 1, Texas 2, Notre Dame. No, I think yeah, Texas 2, Notre Dame's 3, Michigan. Well, Penn State 4, and then Michigan 5, which I don't agree. I don't know how Penn State is over Michigan, but Penn State does have the biggest alumni in all the country, apparently, when I researched the biggest
Well, a
college
lot of
alumni.
them didn't go to Penn State and State College, but I think it was like Penn State and like other parts of or
Okay,
Penn State
gotcha.
schools in other parts of the state.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, boys, I'm
Yeah,
gonna bring on.
obviously, one makes sense.
Yeah, we're gonna bring on other guests just because it kind of got off the rails a bit. But thanks, boys, for calling in.
Yeah,
Thanks for
appreciate
Oh
coming
it.
yeah,
on,
no,
man.
for sure. Peace
Appreciate
out,
it.
man.
Appreciate it.
So I'm gonna be drinking Sparty and Buckeye tears all day. So have a good day,
All right,
guys.
talk to you, boys.
All right, man.
I bet it's a tasty drink. I bet it's a really tasty drink.
We got Minnesota Dave and Darrell MVP on. What do you think of this farce that was the punishment for Michigan football?
Well, it's like
Well,
I said on Alabama at the Voice of College Football yesterday. Some people are claiming this is the biggest punishment ever because this is the most show cause years and the biggest fine ever. Some people are saying it's completely scot free. They didn't get a bowl ban and whatever. I did see Michigan is appealing the penalty, though. I'm not sure if you guys have talked about that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I've got it pulled up on 3 right now. Like, yeah, somebody can open that, and here it is.
So it is significant enough for Michigan to appeal it, whatever the penalty is. Also, why is this being dragged out to 2026? Just really, really. That seems a little farcical to me. That one game in 2026, that game's going to make the difference. That one game's going to make the difference between
That
them
Western
winning it all and
Michigan
not.
game, man, that's what's gonna do it.
Yeah, I know.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, we've been
In
talking
Germany,
about this
no,
since
no,
like
it's
the
hilarious.
Ocho show. I'm glad it's finally done. We've been talking about this since the Ocho days.
Oh
Now, we'll be
man,
talking about this till 2026 because it's going to happen in 2026.
Yeah.
It's never gonna
Man.
end. It's just never gonna end.
dudes, I miss the Ocho.
Yeah, me too. I
I like
wish
the Ocho as well. It was such a goated show.
Yeah, I miss the original Ocho show for the Big Ten show, and I miss the original like late night Sunday nights.
Yeah, after dark.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. If this was any other school, I think the rule would say the same thing. We would be punished a lot harder.
I
Yeah.
mostly agree with that. Outside of a big brand. The only
Yeah.
reason Michigan, in my opinion, isn't being a bowl ban because I saw one of the reporters, Nicole something, say that had a statement from the NCAA that they had enough evidence to give Michigan a postseason ban, but they didn't want to impact future athletes, which I didn't realize the NCAA even considered that until now. We just got a brand new precedent set in. We just overturned 100 years of precedent that we care now all of a sudden for future athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, if unless this, if this was a Minnesota, a Louisville, a Georgia Tech level team, they would be facing a bowl ban.
Indiana.
Right.
Yeah.
Why is Michigan not facing a bowl ban? It's because they can make the playoffs this year. It's because they're a big
Mhm.
brand. That's the main reason. I mean, we all
They
know
would
that.
love it if it was Indiana drill. Like, just kick Indiana down, put them back in the dirt where they came from. You know?
I mean, that's one of the reasons Ole Miss, when they got caught cheating, is because, it's Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss is not supposed to be this powerhouse because they're Ole Miss.
That's why everybody hates Lane Kiffin, right? Like, oh, Lane trash. Lane Kiffin, Curtis Daddy, like everybody can't stand him because those schools are not supposed to be good. PJ Fleck, I mean seriously though, it's like why does everybody gotta praise like the top 3 or 4 teams and their coaches, but everybody else is just garbage? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
it's been nationally set in our minds. You know,
I mean, I think it's
ESPN,
cursing that he doesn't help
NCAA.
himself with his comments and Lane
Well,
Kiffin with
I
his
mean,
cast.
I understand that. Will, I get that, but still, it's like, come on, like cursing Nettie. If he was at a bigger university, no one would care.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Indiana. Indiana's little, like, they're not even a little brother. They're nothing. They were absolutely nothing, and that is where they belong in the eyes of 98% of football fans and media. It's just is what it is.
Yeah, you're like a chihuahua. You're a dog that barks a lot but has absolutely no teeth to it. Whereas Michigan,
Except we beat the team that we're talking about right now, actually. But
I know, but they're viewed as a German Shepherd, and you guys are viewed as a Chihuahua. That's just the reality of the situation. Now, I'm not describing how I feel about it. I'm just describing the situation, how it is. I guess because of these suspensions, Michigan's going to go 4-8 now. I guess that's the NCAA's mindset. I mean, to me, this changes absolutely nothing. Michigan, with
it doesn't.
one of the easiest schedules in the Big Ten in the country, should at least go 10-2. Should at least make the playoffs, because if you win 10 games, you're automatically in the playoffs nowadays. So they get the mighty Oklahoma, Ohio State gauntlet throughout their season. I mean, nobody can compete with that schedule, man. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I just get so mad at the NCAA. It's just every time I think about us going on probation for basketball during the Clem Haskin years, that fiasco, for like basically our players cheated on tests and had the tutors put in the papers for them and all that. Well, guess what? We get 5 years for that, and that totally destroys our basketball program. We haven't totally recovered in a long, long time. And then North Carolina does the exact same thing, and because of the bigger brand, they got like just a postseason ban and a little slap on the wrist.
Yeah, that's what happened with Indiana too, with Kelvin Sampson. They got completely destroyed.
Yeah, my Kentucky
Not much.
2021 season, we got all our wins vacated because we had improper NIL payments. I didn't even know you could get punished for improper NIL payments in this new era
I
of
didn't even
college
know
football.
how improper NIL payments are.
I don't know. Apparently they exist. I mean, shoot, goodness forbid cheating, with proper NIL payments. But if you cheat on the actual field, that's fine. That's what I've learned today, gentlemen. You can cheat on the field, okay? You can cheat during the exam, but if you use outside resources to think about cheating before the actual exam occurs, that's illegal. So,
Oh man. Well,
It's
our buddy
annoying.
Sports Talk with Austin says, "Give Louisville the 2013 national championship back. It belongs to us, the rightful
Yeah, I
owner."
talked about that earlier already. And I mean, again, Louisville is one of the last to get gutted heavily, and Indiana got gutted before that. But yeah, it's not, they're probably not getting it back unless the NCAA ends up giving every single title back that they vacated, from every
I feel
school.
like if you haven't committed NCAA violations after you've gotten in trouble, like 5 years ago or something like that, then you should get your wins back or get your titles back.
Well, that's why they always like to stall things in court, man, because the fact that the longer it goes, the less there's impact, right?
And the more drama it has.
Yeah. So what's going to happen to Central Michigan? Because they got the same charges, don't they?
nobody cares about Central Michigan, Dave.
Well, I
That's
do, only
ridiculous.
because my parents went to that school and I still follow Central Michigan. That's the
Okay,
reason
I'll
why.
revise it. Almost nobody in America cares about Central
Literally, the
Michigan.
only people that care about places like Akron and Central Michigan are people that went to the university and graduated. Outside of that, nobody cares about
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, exactly. I understand that.
It sucks, but I mean, no one's going to be a fan of a team like that, right? Like everybody's going to gravitate toward Ohio State or Georgia or Alabama or Texas or whatever, Michigan. No one's going to be a fan. Like if you're a fan of like East Carolina or Northern Arizona or South Florida, you went to the school or you had somebody in the family that went there and you like for that reason. And you probably still are a fan of like a bigger school, but you like that team too. You know, that's just kind of how that is usually with people.
I mean, the only time I remember watching Central Michigan was when they had like Lefevre at quarterback. Do you remember him?
I
Yep,
remember
yep.
him.
Was that when AB was
Antonio
on?
Smith.
Yeah, Antonio Brown.
I'm sorry, Antonio Brown.
Mr. Big Chest.
Yeah.
That
Do we
dude's
have-
a nut. That
Mr.
dude's a
Helmet.
nut. Oh God.
Yeah,
He just ran off the field, dude.
I'll be honest. Back on in a second. I
JJ
gotta
Watt
take
was the tight end for like 1 year.
see, this is why I like week 0 though, is because all the lesser brands get some exposure on the national stage. Like, I can't even believe this is actual week 0 matchup, but I'm going to be watching some Tarleton State versus Portland State action on week 0. That's a real game on ESPN too, I think, by the way, or ESPN. I mean,
ESPN 2?
yes, Tarleton State versus Portland State.
Unreal.
Yeah.
We don't have anything to play. Might as well play
UC
this.
Davis Mercer on ABC. UIW versus Nicholas on ESPN2. North Carolina Central and Southern on ABC.
Unreal. Dude, I mean, I'll be watching Kansas State, Iowa State.
Yeah, 12. What are you going to do after that, though? You know, some degenerate's going to have money.
Kansas, Fresno. I mean,
bro, Fresno's probably going to win that game. I'm not even joking. Fresno's probably just straight up the better team.
Stanford and Hawaii as well. I mean, those are two actually decent games.
Since I forgot.
What's your definition of decent?
For week 0.
Oh, yeah, well.
Decent for week 0. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch.
Yeah.
I mean, for a week 0 game, when you've literally got those other games like Charleston Southern and Portland State as options, I think Fresno and Kansas and Stanford, Hawaii are decent for week 0.
That's weird to say. Stanford and Hawaii is a decent game to watch.
Well, I mean, literally, Hawaii's only favored by 1.5. I mean, it's almost a pick 'em, man.
Wow, yeah, I wouldn't pass Stanford to lose that game by 20 though. So
yeah, Stanford will probably lose by 20, but then they'll beat somebody decent in the ACC like they did last year. They beat Louisville. You know, they'll beat somebody. They had that game against Colorado that year where that receiver they had caught like 350 yards receiving.
Io Manor, yeah.
Yeah, the 29-point comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So funny.
There was no prime time that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned it off. I made the one cardinal sin you shouldn't do. I turned it off thinking it's over. I roll over at like 1 a.m. I said, hey, what? How's that even possible?
Yeah, I almost turned it off. Literally, I was like, had my hand on the button, man, to turn it off. And then Stanford scored, and I was like, okay. I stayed up. Heck of a game. That's what I'm saying. These type of games, they're crap, but they're good sometimes. You know? You get some games between nothing teams.
Oh, yeah. The lower you go, it's like a madhouse. Just any.
Hello?
We're here.
Nice.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah, Drill just jumped out for a couple seconds. I didn't hear him for a while.
Yeah, my phone glitched out on me. Sorry. It must be the hammer that's gone to me.
Yeah,
the baby hammer's got some side effects.
What else is? Yeah, the only time that Stanford really cares about football is when they play Cal.
Yeah. And the band's all over the field.
Yeah, the band's on the field. The revenge of the play, which in 1990 is probably one of the best games I've ever seen. That was an interesting game compared to like the band. The band is on the field. That's when Cal basically their fans rushed the field when there was like 12 seconds to go because they stopped the 2-point conversion from happening. So they all rushed the field. There's still 12 seconds there, so they got a penalty. The ball is kicked at the 50-yard line, onside kick. Stanford recovers. Cal gets on the next play. Cal gets a roughing the passer call. Stanford kicks the game-winning field goal with 3 seconds left to win the game. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it looks like the hammer's affecting everybody, man. Will disappeared on us.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're all replicating our births and just being sent to the shadow realm.
Yeah, it'll be me next, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the hammer's been happening on my personal streamer quite a few times.
Yeah, it's probably happening on mine too. I have bad weather
Gotta
in
get the belt
Minnesota
out,
right
Jackson.
The what?
Gotta get the belt out.
Yeah, I need to. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So, are you all looking forward to the next time we see these Michigan Ohio State fans? You know, for a year until 2026, they're just going to be arguing nonstop about
Yeah.
what type of hammer this was, how big was the hammer, is this a toy hammer? I can imagine some people already got some Bob the Builder memes out there explaining the hammer. Like,
Bob the Builder, we can fix it. Bob the Builder.
Oh my god.
we can-
like that's going to be fun to look forward to the next
Oh
year of
my
my
god.
life.
The
Oh man.
memes, dude. The memes.
It's
You guys ever seen
realignment
Robot
and
Chicken make fun of Bob the
realignment,
Builder?
and then those two things are those two teams arguing. It's brutal.
Oh, it's gonna be so funny.
It's eternal hate, man.
Oh, I go on Facebook and that's all. Like, the whole entire Facebook thing is basically Michigan fans yelling at Ohio State fans and Ohio State fans yelling at Michigan fans right now. It's
Where's
going to be like
the
this
game
for a
being
long
played
time.
out this year?
Michigan.
Oh, it's in Ann Arbor on
That'd be
November
funny if they
20th.
had like hammers. They had gift hammers they brought out, and like you sign up, the first 5,000 people get a hammer.
Yeah. Little toy hammer.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get a big laugh out of it.
Telling you.
Oh, it will be hilarious. I almost went when we played Michigan 2 years ago at Minnesota. I almost dressed up as the sign stealer.
Oh Lord.
Were
I
you
wore
ever
like
at?
a
Were
Central
you at
Michigan
any of
hat,
the?
sunglasses.
Were you? Have you been to a win over Michigan?
Yeah, at Michigan.
Yeah, there.
I've been to the 05 game. That
There
was
you go.
that was interesting, but I had never seen a win at Minnesota. They haven't won. Michigan hasn't lost in Minnesota since like the Jimmy Carter years.
Man. That's a long time.
1977. And that was the #1 Michigan team that lost to the Gophers.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Is indeed.
Yes, it is. All right, guys. I'm just gonna get going. I don't know much else to say about this.
I don't think there's nothing much any of us can say about this.
We've been talking about it for years.
It was a terrible hammer. You know, it's a great hammer for Michigan fans. It's a terrible hammer for the NCAA and for Ohio State fans.
Yeah.
I don't really care, I guess.
So weak.
Whatever.
So weak. But
And
thanks.
I'm just
Yeah.
laughing at everybody else's reactions.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Same here. You guys have
We
a
need
nice
a
night,
South
guys.
Park episode.
See you, Dave.
You too, Dave. Appreciate it.
Yeah, guys. I guess unless you got somebody else to talk to, I guess I'll get going as well because
Okay.
yeah, there's nothing else really to talk about other than I still believe there's an asterisk on the title because well, they cheated to win it. I mean, that's my standard. If you cheat to win something, I'm going to doubt you actually can do it legitimately. That's just my philosophy, though. I don't know what your all's thoughts are, but I'm going to get going. It's been a pleasure talking to you all and Dave. And man, we got a lot of good. Stop! It's hammer time, guys. Okay.
Absolutely. And we'll be talking some college football very soon. We're gonna be it's a week, 8
Mhm.
days on our screen.
yeah.
So and not preseason NFL, legitimate football.
Mhm.
It's gonna be great, and maybe some of this hammer talk will die down a little bit, but I doubt it. It's gonna stay in the sphere. Everyone they're gonna keep talking about it. So we'll be here. We'll definitely be here. I'm sure all of us in some capacity throughout the season. It will get referenced. We'll be talking about the hammer, a little bit.
Mhm.
We'll try to focus on new games and new adventures in the college football space. This is kind of old news at this point.
Oh yeah. It was a slow news day prior to today, so that's why they kind of waited to release the sanctions out, I guess.
Oh yeah, had to pick a dead news day, right?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
We got anything else to say on this topic, or are we good?
I'm just hoping that it'll slow down a bit with that arguing, but
Yeah, I would like the argument to die down just a teeny bit, but it's not gonna happen. Michigan, Ohio State will argue till they're dead.
yeah.
Probably argue after that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Appreciate everybody for being here. Like, subscribe down below to WillND, Jackson Johnson on my YouTube channel, Only Talk Sports. Appreciate everybody for being here. Appreciate the super chat, Jackson, and we'll definitely be back talking some more sports soon with you all. Appreciate it.
There we go. We'll see you soon.